In this week's episode, it's war. Infinity War, that is. The highly anticipated Marvel film is here, and it's breaking records, as well as hearts. Find out our spoiler-free thoughts and whether or not we'll be doing a special episode. The Resistance is coming. The Resistance is coming. Yes, a brand new Star Wars animated series coming this fall. The live-action Kim Possible movie just got its lead actors, and one might be from the 80s. Also, American Idol, Dumbo, Grad Nites, and more on this disintegrated episode of the MousePIRE Podcast.
I'm Anthony.
I'm Diggs.
I'm Tim. Welcome to MousePIRE, your source for Disney, Star Wars, and everything in between. This is the podcast where both empires collide. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the MousePIRE Podcast.
What's going on? Uh-oh.
The apprentice lives.
What is this?
You best start believing in ghost stories, Miss Turner. You're in one.
Bring up me how to show up.
You never had a friend like me.
Some imagination, huh?
Made you look.
It's the MousePIRE Show, live from Long Beach, California. Here we've got Diggs and Anthony and this guy and that lady. We're here, everyone. Happy birthday.
There's no birthdays.
Okay, that was last week.
Yes.
Who the hell is that?
I don't know.
Who is it?
I have no idea who that
What's
was.
he talking about?
But yeah, we're here live in Long Beach.
Hey, guys.
But it won't be really live when you listen to it because it'll be pre-recorded. But
we are on location because my house is being fumigated.
yeah,
No, not
'cause
really.
all those cats.
Because of all those farts.
No, not really. It's just we're doing some work, so we have no table to record on right now.
Well, we have a bigger table over here anyway.
This table's not bigger than mine.
It's totally bigger.
Lies.
Elizabeth?
We have snacks.
We have snacks.
We have snacks here. I'm really, really happy. I don't know how much talking I'm going to be doing.
He's going to be chewing a lot, that's for sure.
There's strawberries here.
Yeah, well, she got the strawberries especially for you.
I appreciate it.
How come we don't have snacks at your house, bud?
Because we're always at my house. That would be too much money for me to always have snacks. Shit.
He's low budget.
Low budget.
But anyway, yeah, we are here at Tim's place, and looks like we have a lot of stuff to talk about. So we're going to change things up.
Okay.
Whoa.
We're going to start with Infinity War,
Oh,
because that's like what everyone's talking about.
it is what everyone's talking about. Can we talk spoilers?
No, we're not going to talk spoilers.
Hey,
B,
I'm not ready.
you're not ready?
You saw the movie. Don't give me this
She gets
crap.
it. She gets it. She gets it. See? No spoilers. Spoilers without context. Because, that's the whole thing right now on Twitter is spoilers without context.
I'm not ready.
He was asleep during that part, right?
Yeah. You know what?
I heard it.
I'm going to tell.
I
Oh,
heard it.
good job.
So basically, we're talking about Easter eggs and stuff like that. But Infinity War, and it broke some numbers.
It broke all the numbers.
So let's start
Do
with,
we want to talk about that first?
we'll start with some numbers first.
All right, let's talk about some numbers. I got 3 numbers for you.
Is it 666?
No, but
Oh.
if one of them is close.
Is it 3?
Well, if one, I have 3 numbers for you: 258.2 million, 640.9 million, and 15.3 billion.
Good Lord.
Which one's how much the movie cost?
The movie itself cost $300 million to make.
Wow, that's a lot of money. Remember when Waterworld cost $200 million to make and everyone freaked out?
All right, so despite only being projected to make about $230 million
Opening weekend.
Infinity War destroyed everything with $258.2 million, blowing, which seemed impossible before, blowing The Force Awakens out of the water by $10 million. And that's domestic. Because Force Awakens, of course, blew everything up in 2015 and destroyed all records with a $248 million weekend. Well, $258 million is now the new gold standard for a weekend, and we will see what is able to beat that. Next, Infinity War was made an estimated $640.9 million worldwide opening weekend to beat the previous record of course, The Fate of the Furious, which made $441 million its opening weekend, and that's all without China being involved.
And without any of us seeing it. Opening weekend. Did you see Fate of the Furious on opening weekend?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, you're
at all.
talking about Fate of the Furious.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never even seen that movie. So
Well, there you go. I didn't see it, let alone opening weekend.
Right.
How did it have such a big opener?
Well, the Fast and the Furious movies are do pretty well worldwide.
True.
They're it's like the biggest franchise in the world or something. But
That include China?
I believe that does include China.
Okay.
And then my third number that I gave you that blew your mind was $15.3 billion globally. That is what Marvel Studios has made in the 10-year history. In 10 years, over all of the Marvel U movies, they have made $15.3 billion globally.
How much did they spend?
And that I don't know. I'm sure
just
it's
wondering
definitely
what
not
their
that
profits
much.
are.
Definitely not that much.
Probably like $4 billion or something.
I don't know. So that is the numbers.
The numbers is pretty good.
The numbers are good.
Do you think?
Let's put it this way: in one weekend, Avengers has already beat the entire theatrical run of Justice League.
Oh, not hard to do.
I think actually Black Panther also did that.
Yeah,
So
true. Do you think that this movie will beat Black Panther, or the top
easily.
the top two Star Wars movies for all time?
I don't know if it'll have the legs that Force Awakens had to be able to beat it for the overall numbers. It might be able to slip past Black Panther. It may even be able to slip past Avatar. But I don't know about Force Awakens. I just don't know what kind of legs it's gonna be it's gonna have. Just because there's a lot of I don't know. I know there's a lot of people out there that aren't gonna
just
want to see it multiple times because they were, let's just say emotionally hurt by the film.
Everyone's been saying that.
So that's what I mean. I just don't know how many.
I thought it ended just the way it was supposed to.
But I think that there's might be a lot of people that are going to see it another time just because of like what you were saying, that you need to see it again to probably comprehend more what you experienced.
So earlier we were talking about if we were going to do an Infinity War spoilerific review show, and we're trying to figure out if there's enough content to have a show like that. And I said I don't mind doing it because Anthony said, well, it was up to me if I wanted to do one. I don't mind, but I'm just like, don't expect me to comprehend everything I saw because I don't really comprehend well. That was something that I was basically part of my school days is I had not very good comprehension. So I could, if I was to read a book, I wouldn't comprehend it. I would actually have to read it out loud so I can hear myself read it.
So what are we seeing here? That's really the question.
Huh?
In the Infinity War movie, what are we seeing here?
Exactly.
Yeah.
What are we seeing?
What do these things mean that are happening? These shapes on the screen.
There's lots of shapes and colors.
Yeah.
And bubbles.
There's lots of bubbles, which were really funny because
the bubbles are a problem.
When the bubbles came up, I just thought Disneyland had bubble guns and all that kind of stuff. But let's go over some of the movie, some of the cool parts of the movie that I really liked.
Non-spoiler, right?
No. Sound was awesome.
The sound was great.
I went to Dolby.
I need to see it again in Dolby.
I
and
do too.
It was just like, holy crap.
Can I say that these numbers are impressive, especially considering that the Movie Pass update kicked in on Friday?
You mean the one that doesn't allow you to see everything anymore?
Exactly. So just for anybody who doesn't know what we're talking about, the new Movie Pass update limits you, well, always in the terms of service for Movie Pass, you were supposed to be able to see any one movie a day, every day of the month, but you're only supposed to see each movie once. It's always been in the terms of service. We went to see Last Jedi 4 times on Movie Pass. So
you broke the rules.
Well, yeah, but there was no way for them to keep track. So rule breaker. She runs red lights too. Red light runner.
On the way here, I ran 4 lights.
No, you didn't.
That's Brittany.
Oh, that's horrible.
Good example
You're telling everyone now. All 27 people that are listening to this. If there's 27 of you, write emails. Prove that you exist. So, Movie Pass, you can't just go see a movie a bunch of times anymore, which is okay. I guess, you know what, if we want to see something else, it's better to expand your horizons. But if you want to see the same movie again, then it gives you the opportunity to see it in a better format. Even though you might have to spend the money to see, Infinity War 3 times, you see it once at your local theater, you see it once in Dolby, you see it once in IMAX, maybe or 3D or something, and you pay for the upgrade on the other ones. So their new rules also state that most people have to upload a picture of their ticket to prove they bought a ticket to the movie that they said they did.
Uh-huh.
Violators that don't upload their tickets will have their passes after the first time basically terminated with you can't get another one.
Bye.
And then I've heard today, listening to a really bad podcast that had horrible sound mixing, they said on this other podcast that now you're limited to 4 movies a month.
Really?
So I haven't looked into that yet, but if anybody knows, let me know. 4 is enough, right? We could do once. We could do 4 a month. That'd be okay.
Now, real quick, on the note of getting sidetracked of Movie Pass and everything, AMC's offering a $2 or a $5 Tuesdays for movies if you're a Stub Club member.
Okay.
Is
it just for you, or is it for you and a partner, or are you in it?
You have to be. I guess I don't know. I'm guessing if you have the
Stubs
card. Well, there's a free Stubs card, so I mean I can get mine. And
the Stubs Premiere.
Oh, it has to be Premiere.
Yeah.
They have a $6 movie.
They've been doing that for a while, but they just haven't been advertising it.
The Pacific down the street, which has every good movie, is $6 on Tuesdays. So same kind of thing.
All right, so back to Infinity War. What are we going to start with? What do you want?
There's so much to say, but there's so many spoilers.
Yeah, but I just want to, like I said, the sound was awesome. It was just incredible. I watched it in Dolby. The film in Dolby was awesome.
I wouldn't be surprised if they won an Oscar or were nominated at least for an Oscar for not just sound editing, but soundtrack.
Or visual effects.
Oh, yeah.
Visual effects that
was just awesome too. It's
definitely not DC caliber.
No. Because the other day I was watching a little bit of the Justice League. So yeah,
I'm sorry.
It's a good movie. I liked it. I enjoyed it. But yes, they're not
Infinity War, but yeah, right. It's fine.
Yeah. So what do you want to start with?
I don't even know where to start without spoilers. I just Doctor Strange and Tony Stark.
Love affair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little man crush, little man rivalry right there.
Well, before this movie,
the Sherlock rivalry, shall we say?
They cover it there. These guys did not know each other.
Right.
They did not know each other leading into this film.
Well, there's lots of that in this film.
Of people that didn't know each other.
Of people not knowing each other. You got you got Tony and Doctor Strange.
Tony and Star-Lord.
All of a sudden being thrown in together. Tony and Star-Lord. Thor and the Guardians.
Now let's real quick talk about Captain America.
Ooh.
All I could see was Chuck Norris, dude. That's all I saw was Chuck Norris.
He looks like Chuck Norris.
Exactly.
Walker.
Yes, exactly. I was like, Chuck Norris is in this movie?
Wait, you're talking about like Walker Chuck Norris? Or you're talking about like 80s Chuck Norris?
Walker.
Okay.
With the beard.
Oh, right.
Yes. So that's what I was thinking. What's going on here with the beard? You know, I didn't recognize him at first because like first thing I saw Chuck Norris.
It took me a second.
And think, oh, that's Captain America. Okay, I get it now.
That's funny. The Star-Lord making fun of Thor stuff was funny. We're just trying to mock his accent.
Yeah, right. I mean, yeah.
We both had fathers that mine tried to kill my mother and me, and
there's like Anthony said, it's hard to talk about it without spoiling everything. But I can actually, Anthony was saying this is that we both of us did not. I don't know if you saw it, but we didn't see Thor, down in Ragnarok. We didn't see that one. And that basically where the way this starts is where that ends.
Right.
We figured that part out, that it's ending. The ending of that is the beginning of this, and so we're kind of like
because actually the one mid-credit sequence of Thor literally is probably like minutes before the beginning of Infinity War.
Yeah, and so that's something that we're like, oh, we have to go back and watch that one now. I actually still haven't seen any Thor movies, so I got to go watch them all.
You haven't seen Ragnarok at all? Ragnarok is like the best Thor movie.
I think we just started with saying that.
Yeah.
Of course, we know we have listeners out there who know that Tim doesn't listen, so.
No, it's hard to believe that Ragnarok was just like the best Thor movie. The reason for that, I think, is it's basically a Hulk movie at the same time.
Right. No, it just didn't. I just didn't get around to go see it.
Great movie. There's just so little to say without spoilers.
I know. I just want to start yelling out phrases and stuff.
All right, so I just want to start with there's I'm going to spoil it. There's 2 new characters. There's Rabbit and Tree. That's very cool. 2 new characters, really, really awesome characters.
Rabbit and Tree.
I think Rabbit's awesome.
Rabbit's the best.
Rabbit was awesome.
So yeah, check those new characters out. They actually haven't talked about them anywhere. So yeah, Rabbit and Tree. Yeah, 2 new characters are awesome. And yeah, I don't know what else to say.
Game of Thrones fans would be very happy by a certain role.
Okay,
that's true. That's not a surprise, though.
No, I mean, everybody knew that he was in the movie. Nobody knew who he was playing.
Hint, hint. Peter Dinklage.
Yeah. Where are you going with my grapes?
I'm getting more stuff.
Okay.
all right. So what's this right here?
Some sort of
There's too much sugar on that. You can't
hard. Yeah, you can't have that.
You shut up. Oh, it's strawberry and cheese strudels. Strudel bites. I'm gonna try one.
Good, do it.
I just want to say that I really liked the movie. The movie was great. There's a lot of people out there. No, there is no but. I thought the movie was great. To me, it harkens back to Empire Strikes Back. Except for we don't have to wait 3 years to find out what happens. We only have to wait a year to find out what happens.
Well, that's cool. I will say that I fell asleep the first time I saw it. We'd had a very long day. I lasted about an hour in, and then I spent roughly the next hour in and out of sleep. And then I woke up, apparently having been well rested, to watch the last half hour without falling asleep at all. The next night, my buddy Jesse came over. We watched the movie again. Was it the next night? Yeah. The next night, Jesse came up, and we watched the movie again since Anthony was too busy on his hands and knees. Doing flooring. So I didn't fall asleep at all, and I thought it was fantastic. It is a little slow in parts. She complained about that, but I think there's just a lot of story to tell.
Yeah, there's a lot of exposition that they have to get through to kind of explain things. But yeah, I mean, no, I have really no complaints about the movie. I thought it was great. I don't understand all the people that are like, oh, blah, blah, blah. The ending was horrible, blah, blah, blah.
The movie ended exactly the way it was supposed to end.
Yeah, exactly. The ending, it ended Because I can't really say anything else without spoilers.
Can we
What?
get
What was your
can we
problem?
get an Elizabethic review for a second? She
Is that a new verb?
Elizabethic, yeah.
Cool.
Wouldn't that
She,
be in and of the Elizabethan period? But
I'll preface her review by saying that this chick loves action movies. She likes things blowing up. Her favorite movie of the last 10 years is Fury Road. Now you guys aren't even paying attention.
I heard Fury Road.
Fury Road, which is?
Let me just say real quick that we can actually do two things.
Yeah.
And pay attention to you.
Oh, I know. It's just me that can't do that.
I thought it was going to be something else.
So
This is good.
Mad Max Fury Road, stuff blowing up and like, nonstop. That's the kind of stuff she likes. So the slightly slower storytelling into action, maybe not the best for her, but I'll let her tell the story herself.
One word. Boring.
Okay, the whole movie?
The slow parts were very boring for me. I was trying to keep him awake. I kept nudging him.
now, have you seen all the Marvel movies?
I have.
And you still thought it was boring?
And I still...
You've even seen the original Iron Mans?
Yes.
And you still thought it was
And
boring?
I still thought it was boring. I did, unfortunately.
She thought Doctor Strange was boring too, though.
No comment.
Well, I haven't seen Doctor Strange.
You haven't even seen it?
No, I wasn't interested in seeing it. Kind of like Ant-Man. I wasn't interested in seeing Ant-Man.
But then he ended up loving Ant-Man.
Ant-Man was a little boring too.
What? Ant-Man was not boring. What are you talking about?
You're boring.
We're not friends anymore.
I'd love to discuss this movie further in the spoilerific sense, but we can. So
Yeah, it's really hard to even really talk about a lot of things without spoilers. So I guess all we can say is just I liked it. I thought it was great. Screw the haters, as usual.
are you a fan if you don't see the movie in the first 4 days?
You must have super extenuating circumstances,
My point exactly.
like a child that you can't get a babysitter for, or
you're on vacation
you're on vacation
from a job you don't have.
Hey, so speaking of Ant-Man,
Uh-oh.
I like that movie.
I like that movie too. And I
all
can't wait because July 6th, Ant-Man and the Wasp will be coming out, which will be the sequel, and we'll be able to find out. Although, it's funny because there's a lot of people, well, where was Ant-Man? Where was Ant-Man? Hello, there was one piece of dialogue that apparently nobody else paid attention to, where he specifically said Ant-Man and Clint Barton, because he asked where Clint is, and
Right.
they say Clint and Scott are under house arrest because of the events of Civil War, and then he says, "Who's Scott?"
Right.
So it's like, okay, so that's why he's not there. And
Who is Scott? He just face palmed in his mind.
I literally facepalmed into my mind. No, Scott Lang is Ant-Man.
Oh, well, there you go.
But people were saying, "Oh, where's Ant-Man?" And during Infinity War,
They referenced it.
whatever's happening in this movie is clearly either going to take place simultaneously or something like that. I think that there's going to be a lot having to do with the quantum realm, where where Hank Pym's wife is stuck. Where that's where Ant-Man goes into.
Oh, not Scott Bakula.
No, not Scott Bakula. He's not leaping.
Oh, got it.
He just
Scott Bakula
he
was awesome.
just appears. Anyways, yeah. So because we know that part of the story is they're going to try and go to the quantum realm to look for Hank Pym's wife and Wasp's mother. But I think that just a little prediction. I think the quantum realm and seeds that are planted in Ant-Man and the Wasp are going to have a lot to do with what happens with the next Avengers, and something that may connect to how they end up beating Thanos. Because, everything is connected, and they're not going to just do all this stuff for nothing.
Now, real quick, doesn't Thanos look like Rick Harrison?
Yes.
Who?
Rick Harrison, Pawn Stars.
Oh. Yeah, so Ant-Man and the Wasp will be coming out this morning. We did get a brand new trailer. Now, did you guys have the old Ant-Man and Wasp trailer with Avengers, with Infinity War? No? No? Okay. Yeah, it was weird because we went to I went to the fan event, the 6 o'clock showing, the one where you got the coin. We only had 2 trailers. They were both in 3D, and one was Solo, and one was the old Ant-Man and the Wasp trailer. So it was like kind of weird that we didn't get a full batch of trailers and stuff. It was like just because it was the fan event thing. I'm like, that's stupid. Anyways, so like I said, this morning we got the brand new Ant-Man and the Wasp trailer. It looks great and funny and stuff, just like the first one. Check it out.
So, how long have you been Ant-Man again?
Not long. It just sort of happened.
I wish I could fight bad guys like you.
I seem to mess it up almost every time.
Maybe you just need someone watching your back. Hi. Like a partner.
Dr. Pym, I actually heard what happened to you. You opened up the quantum realm. That's when this crazy creepy ghost who like walks through walls and stuff. Stole your tech. And now she wants to take over the world or whatever. Who would have believed that in your hour of need, you would turn to us?
Not me.
Because we robbed you. Do you remember? That's us.
The only chance we've got is both of you. Ant-Man and the Wasp teaming up.
Follow my lead.
She seems more intense.
No.
You go low, I'll go high.
I have wings. Why would I go low?
We're gonna die. I don't want to die. We didn't die.
Hey, what'd I miss?
We were just tiny.
I was partners with Hank on a project called Goliath.
How big did you get?
My record, 21 feet. You?
65 feet.
65.
If you two are finished comparing sizes,
65.
65 feet.
So Tim was so bored that he was literally falling asleep during the trailer.
That is not true.
He was
I
dancing.
yawned once. We all 3 of us were nodding heads, and Elizabeth was mouthing the words over here. It takes 2 to make it out of sight. Wow, wow.
Yeah, so that looks really good. You know, it's really funny because this wasn't even the funniest trailer to come out today, because the funniest trailer of the day has to go to the Teen Titans Go to the movies trailer that came out today, because that looks hilarious.
We can watch that one too.
Well, it wouldn't be on the podcast, but you could listen to it if you want.
On your own time.
On your own time. So yeah, catch Ant-Man and the Wasp, July 6th.
What's the date?
July 6th.
How does that line up on the calendar?
And just in case anybody has forgotten, we are now in May, which means we are in the month of Solo.
Nothing but Solo.
Nothing but Star Wars, a Star Wars story Solo.
All right, so last Sunday there was American Idol. They did the Disney night, and we talked about it last week. And we also said that they were in the parks filming. And just like we said, they just did basically in the parks. There was no performance there. The only thing they shot at night that was type of like a performance was at night when no one was there. They had Katy Perry walk out, and you know there was Disney characters and I think the contestants and everything in front of the castle. It's just a quick, intro, but everything was basically just the contestants in the park, and
Most of the pictures that everybody saw on the internet of them, all the contestants in front of the castle, those were taken on the previous Tuesday. Right. I know. Now, some of the ones where they were dressed up, I don't know if they came back to the parks and took those, or if those were taken the same night. Because there was pictures, they were wearing two different outfits. I saw pictures of them wearing two different outfits. There was one where they were closer together, the one we used in last week's episode photo.
Right.
And then I saw one where they were all spread out, and Mickey and Minnie were at each end of them.
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
And they seem to be more dressed up in that picture. So I don't know if it was a different night that they took that picture, or if it was the same night and they did a costume change.
Right. So you know what? They basically I think they were tying in the Pixar Fest with the Friends thing, because they had like some contestants had their friends come, or the mother, a mother came. And
did they go to Central Perk?
They didn't go. No, they didn't go there. So basically, I mean, it was pretty cool. Cause besides, the singing and everything, they were up in the Dream Suite. And
oh yeah, when we were over on the west side that day that we were in the park, we were walking back and we saw lights and stuff up in the Dream Suite. So that must have been what you're talking about.
Yes, they were up in the Dream Suite. That's where Idina Menzel was, where she was doing her coaching. And so the contestants went in there, they said, this is the song we're going to sing, things like that. Now, I was really happy because Maddie Pope, she sung Bare Necessities.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say. Usually when they do a Disney, like not American Idol because this is the first time, but like Dancing with the Stars, they always do
mainstream stuff.
Well, they always do. They do Jungle Book, but it's always the other song. I Want to Be Just Like You.
Oh.
Right. So they did Bare Necessities, was really, really awesome. I loved the performance. It was really cool. Of course, they did songs from Moana.
Can I just, I just want to say, Katy Perry was dressed like, I saw pictures, Katy Perry dressed up like Snow White. She was one of the only only one who apparently has some sort of fun and actually dressed up like a Disney character, as opposed to the other two who were just kind of, Lionel Richie can dress however he wants, he still looks cool, but the country guy who nobody cares about, he wasn't dressed up at all. But Katy Perry, looking bomb and amazing, dressed up as Snow White, and chugging champagne from a glass slipper.
Well, that's cool.
Well, she actually was doing the Snow White voice in the beginning. She was after the first singer sang the song, and then the judges talk, how they did. She did the Snow White voice. She said she was going to do it for the first segment, which was really cool. It was really funny. But yeah, like I said, Journey actually, the contestant Journey did How Far I'll Go from Moana. It was really, really good. Now, I'm not going to go through all these contestants. All right, so I just want to say real quick, I watched the show. I thought it was really good. The songs were done really well. All the contestants did good. My favorite contestant actually was sent home that night.
Ooh.
Was really, really sad because I was really rooting for her and or him. And that was Ada Vox. And she did Circle of Life. Now, I know I mentioned this before that Lion King is my favorite Disney animated movie, and that soundtrack is just awesome. I love the whole soundtrack.
His favorite person of yours is transgender?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So
I didn't know.
Yeah. Everyone thought it was a she. She dressed herself as a she. My name is Ada, and that's how she auditioned. But when it came down to if she's going to make it or not, when they had you're going to go in, they're going to tell you either you're going to go to Hollywood or you're not. I don't know what round it is. She went as herself, and they were like, "Oh, okay," and she made it through. But I thought she was awesome. I was really rooting for her because I thought just her performance and her voice is just great. But she didn't make it. There's actually 3 of them were sent home, so they went from 10 to 7 now. And I guess the next round there is only going to be they're going to send 2 home. So it sounds like, to me, because we talked about how American Idol is over budget because they pay Katy Perry so much money, and then they got Lionel Richie, and he wanted 13, 15 million, whatever they want, and Ryan Seacrest and Luke, or what is his name, Luke Bryant.
Seacrest out.
So to me, it looks like they're just gonna start. If they send out 3 home, next was 2 instead of just saying the 1. That they're shortening the time frame, the schedule of the show because of the budget. That's what I think. Usually, you only sent 1 home,
but doesn't having more episodes equal more time to bring in money?
I don't know.
Advertising dollars?
You would think so. This is just my thought because they went over budget and
Very
now
strange.
they're just trying to hurry the show along. So anyway, just to wrap this up, it's I thought it was really good to see the Disney thing. It was really, really awesome. I enjoyed it a lot. And next week they're doing Prince.
They should do Prince.
So that's going to be awesome because actually this Sunday, you guys watch American Idol. If you guys are interested in checking out the Prince and how they do that, I'm actually going to watch that because I'm not really. I like American Idol. It's okay, but I'm not a diehard watch it every night. But of course, I'm going to watch it because it was Disney, and now they said Prince. I'm going to watch it because of the said Prince. So that's going to be awesome to see. And speaking of more of a Disney type of show, well, not Disney show, but on ABC, Dancing with the Stars premiered last night on Monday. And who cares?
Before we move on, can I chime in about something?
Sure.
We mentioned on the end of the last podcast, if you guys weren't listening, that coming up in the near future, we're going to do a version of our Disney Happiest Memories show. But in this case, it'll be the Disney's Weirdest Memories, Disney's Strangest Memories. So I'm going to announce this again next week at the beginning of the show. But I wanted to give everybody fair warning to start sending in your stories. We're going to come up with ours. Elizabeth had a very strange encounter the other day at Disneyland as well. Maybe that'll be her story. Who knows? Maybe she'll just tell the story of meeting me. But start sending in your stories, guys. The strangest things that have ever happened to you at Disneyland. The weirdest memories you have at Disneyland. Maybe if it's a little dirty. Maybe if it's
you're dirty.
A little weird. Maybe if you ran into Michael the Mail guy somewhere and you were like, I just want to tell everybody about this weird encounter I had with this weird guy. Whatever it is. Should we we could give one example of a weird story.
How about if it's not so long?
It's not very long. Hers is not very long. Here, let's come tell your story. So I'll preface the story and then you can start. And this is just random. This happened after I announced last week we were going to do this show. We're in the World of Disney store. We're on our way out, and I say, "Oh, turn around, look at this one more thing." And this girl approaches Elizabeth and says, "Can I ask what happened to your knee?" And because Elizabeth's wearing a knee brace, and Elizabeth says, "Well, She explains in detail, basically, that I have a condition and my kneecap moves in a different direction than most people's kneecap, and it causes me pain. So, and I can fall. And then Elizabeth's going to come to explain the rest of the story. Okay, so tell the rest of your story. So the girl says, "What happened to your knee?" And she explains what happens to her knee.
I explain what happened, and then she proceeds to tell me if it would be okay if she prayed for
my knee.
For my knee.
And we said, "Oh, sure, if you would like to pray."
Sure. That'd be great.
Now, we're thinking that she's going to leave home and go pray at another time for her knee. We're thinking we're just being nice. No, this girl gets down on her knees, both of them.
There's 2 girls. Both of them get down on one knee.
And they put their hands on her knee and then start praying loudly enough for everyone in the store to hear them.
Loud.
Wait, where was this?
World of Disney.
Oh my gosh. There's not even that much room in there to begin with now.
Exactly. So, we're trying to be nice. It's not the praying for the knee is the problem. It was the when, where, and how that kind of was was the strange, weird Disney experience.
Yeah.
They were, "Please, Lord, please, Let your guiding light pray for this woman's knee.
Oh, no.
Let you heal her from the opening of my eye. I mean, it was like, and people were looking, and they're wondering what the hell's going on. And, at this point, it would probably be the connection of, well, they're looking at us, and we're looking like, I don't know what's going on. And they're like, yeah, sure you don't know what's going on. She's praying for your knee. So we're involved at this point.
I don't want to be involved.
This is a perfect example of a strange situation that I'm sure everyone's had some weird crap happen to you at Disneyland. Write us at
mousepire@gmail.com.
Or you can send a message through the MousePIRE page on Facebook and tell us about your weird encounters at Disneyland. Did you meet some weird guy?
Or you can leave Tim a voicemail
Did he attach them? Did this person attach themselves to your group? If Elizabeth hadn't stolen my phone, I could give you the Google Voice number.
All right. So a while back, we told you guys that there was going to be a live action Disney Channel original movie of Kim Possible coming. Yep. Well, we got a casting for that, and let's just say there's a video that goes with it.
Who's next?
Hey guys, come on in. Hey!
Really?
We are here to audition for the Kim Possible movie.
How old are you guys?
Well, 15.
Yeah, I'm 15 too. Well, I will be next month.
Yeah.
I hurt my hip playing canasta.
You guys have the sides are all set? Yeah. Yeah, no, we're totally good. Just like we practice.
Yeah. Let me just... Oh, a little tight. Okay.
Okay.
Remember, like we practice?
Yes.
Lots of energy.
Yes. You make my life sound like cake.
Well, let's see. You're smart, athletic, pretty, and popular. Sounds pretty cakey to me.
It must be brutal being you.
Well, try the demands of raising Rufus as a single parent.
Wow. Thanks for stopping by.
We will be in touch.
No, wait, we got more stuff. We got more stuff. Check this out.
Yeah,
Do the thing, right? Do the thing.
Booyah! Oh, I stepped on your foot. Sorry. Booyah!
Yeah. Well, thank you again.
Action stuff. We have action stuff for you guys.
Please don't.
Ready? And hit it!
Action! Wait, do you remember the theme song? She's gonna sing the theme song.
I can sing the theme song.
Kim and Ron wouldn't exist without the two of you.
But don't you think you're too...
No, not at all. Oh, wait. Means I have to take my pill.
Which one is that?
This is for cholesterol.
You know what? Maybe you could help us find the new Kim and Ron.
Yeah, pass the baton.
What do you think?
I think we gotta do something because you're literally getting older right in front of me.
Who are you thinking of casting?
Meet Sadie Stanley.
And Sean Giambroni.
He kind of looks like Ron Stoppable.
Looks like... Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Booyah.
Yeah, good job.
Back to back. This is still tender.
Of course, that was Christy Carlson Romano and Wilfredo, the original voices of Kim and Ron. So, as they said, the new Kim Possible and Ron Stoppable will be Sadie Stanley, who is basically a newcomer to everything. She is a original Disney girl now, another original Disney girl. I believe that she's already been cast in something else Disney coming up, but she will be, of course, Kim Possible. And Sean Giambroni, of course, is...
He's from the Goldbergs.
Yes, he is Adam on the Goldbergs.
Right.
Oh, that's who it is.
Yes.
Oh.
And he will be playing Ron Stoppable.
Cool.
Not that young. I mean, he's like 15 on the Goldbergs.
Okay.
And
how old are they in the show?
15.
15.
Oh, that's perfect.
And Sadie Stanley, who's going to be playing Kim, is actually, I believe, 16. So she's a youngin' also.
Well, sounds like Adam from the Goldbergs might be getting some action.
Whoa, hey now.
You're a rock star. Get your game on. Hey.
All right, well, it didn't take long, but we got an announcement for the next Star Wars animated series, and I am excited.
Of course he is.
Star Wars Resistance, an animated style inspired series, will be coming out this fall.
Hopefully it won't be as lame as all the others.
Hey, what? You know what? You can go suck it.
Triggered. I knew it would take very little to trigger Anthony on this topic.
Wow, that's rude. So the new series will revolve around Kazuto Xiono.
Bless you.
Thank you. I don't know. It's Xiono. So I don't know. I'm sure we'll find out at some point how to pronounce that. He is a young pilot recruited by the Resistance and tasked with a top secret mission to spy on the growing threat of the First Order. So obviously this new series will take place sometime after...
It's more recent.
Yeah, it's more recent. It's probably within, 20 years or 15 years of, or 10 years of being before The Force Awakens.
No, let's say, for those that aren't as familiar with the timeline in the Star Wars universe, the prequels took place roughly 30 years before
20.
New Hope. 20 years
before New Hope.
And then
you got about another 7 years between Star Wars, or 5 to 7 years.
New Hope and
Return of the Jedi.
Return of the Jedi. Those years.
Ish, 3 years. 3 to 5, it depends. Sometimes there's other things.
7,
and then you
maybe.
got 30 years between the end of Return of the Jedi and Force Awakens.
Right.
So anywhere in that 30-year period, this is going to take place.
Before Force Awakens. Okay.
Definitely. The show will feature BB-8 alongside ace pilots, colorful new characters, and appearances by fan favorites, including Poe Dameron and Captain Phasma, which will be voiced by Oscar Isaac and Gwendolyn Christie, which means most likely they will not show up that often. It will be one of those situations where Poe might pop in and say, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" And they might have little things where they might run into Phasma's troops or something. I just don't anticipate them probably being in the series really that often. I think it's going to probably be a lot of like Snap Wexley, who was Greg Grunberg's character, or Tally, the one female pilot that gets killed in Last Jedi. Rose, maybe Paige.
We can only hope Admiral Akbar.
Right. Well, probably not, because it's mostly going to be revolving around the pilots that are being recruited by the new resistance movement. So probably they're all going to be like learning how to fly and stuff. They're all going to be doing this whole thing. Hopefully, obviously, that means that anytime there's flying involved or teaching pilots to fly, that always opens up a possibility that we could have a return of Hera from Star Wars Rebels. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Series was, of course...
Good job.
It's Kitty Land over here.
The series, of course, was created by Dave Filoni, the master and almighty of all Disney Star Wars animation. Well, not just Disney animation. I mean, he did Clone Wars, which was pre-Disney, but he is the master of all Star Wars animation. And he said the idea for Star Wars Resistance came out of his interest in World War II aircraft and fighter pilots. His grandfather was a pilot, and his uncle flew and restored planes, so that's long been an influence on him. There's a long history of high-speed racing in Star Wars, and he says, I think we've captured some of the sense of excitement in this anime-inspired style, which is something the entire team has been waiting to do for a long time.
Yay.
So there's a big cast involved. Only a couple names do I recognize of note, besides, of course, Oscar Isaac and Gwendolyn Christie.
Matt Parkman, fighter pilot?
Sure.
From Heroes?
Sure. No.
He was in Force Awakens.
Oh, okay.
The tubby one?
Well, we might have probably characters that were in those shows or that have shown up. It might be different people doing the voices. Who knows? But of note in this cast is Bobby Moynihan, of course, from Saturday Night Live, who's, of course, right now the voice of Louie on DuckTales. But the most important name here, and it explains why he was, for no reason at all, at the Last Jedi premiere, Donald Faison. Oh, yeah.
Really?
Turk himself on Star Wars. Yes, I love it.
This is, as you guys see, when Anthony gets excited about shit nobody has any idea about.
He knows who I'm talking about.
I know who.
Turk from Scrubs.
Oh, well, there you go.
Clueless? Come on.
The Kaiser commercial? I think it's Kaiser.
Oh, yeah.
Turk is awesome.
Yeah.
The doctors?
Turk is my
with
favorite.
the doctors.
No, that's Scrubs. I watched all of Scrubs.
I just don't know who Donald Faison is.
He doesn't know names.
I don't know names.
He doesn't know names.
But I did know that they filmed that around the corner from my house.
Oh, right on.
My old house.
So excited about that. We'll see. We'll be getting more details, I'm sure, on that by the fall when that will be coming. Fall isn't that long away.
Nope.
I mean, after all, it's just another month and or a couple months, and Halloween tickets will be going on sale.
Oh,
so
no. You snooze, you lose.
You know who else
Exactly.
was in Scrubs? Is Sarah Chalky,
Yes.
who is also the second Becky on Roseanne.
and was also the one who left Ted at the altar in How I Met Your Mother.
Star Wars night? Wait, didn't that sell out?
That was the first one.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a low-budget second one.
Yes, as we told you guys last week, they are doing, of course, the low-budget night number 2 for Star Wars Night, which was announced and went on sale today. Now, just a note, because of the fact that I mentioned it last week, that when they added a second Star Wars Night, and I was making the comparison to the fact that there was still the Friday available for the Jurassic Park 25th anniversary event, well, that sold out, and they have added a third night.
Really?
A third night.
Of Jurassic Park?
First 3 nights?
They have added a third night for for the Jurassic Park 25th anniversary.
Was that a second night?
No, it was a third night.
Not a fourth night.
Not a fourth night, not a second night, but a third night.
Third night.
Yes, they added a third night for the Jurassic Park 25th anniversary on Sunday the 13th.
So it's like 25th plus 2 days.
I don't know what exactly the 25th anniversary is, so I mean...
What movie was it that you were watching, Elizabeth, yesterday on the TV when I came home? Jurassic Park.
Oh my gosh.
She was.
So anyway, so yes, the Star Wars night went on sale at midnight last night. We are recording on Tuesday, May 1st. The Star Wars night tickets for night number 2 went on sale at midnight. And as of this recording, they were still available.
Yes.
Because apparently nobody is enticed by the fake night number 2.
Well, I'm going to say because,
all the cool kids got tickets to the first night.
Right.
Well, besides that, the first night is where all the new stuff is coming up. You got Rey, you got the parade going on with the stormtroopers and all that. But after the third, on the fourth, you're going to have that through the whole, from then on.
And the only enticements are like we talked about last week. You got those 2 things, and then you got 2 things that are totally ambiguous that we don't even know what the details are on those, on the Acme Archives or the Ashley Eckstein signing. We don't know what the details on those are, whether you have to buy something or not. So it's really like, well, you're not really enticing people in with any kind of incentive to go to that second night. It's like, I want to know how many tickets they've actually sold. It's like, there's 5 people going to be there.
Well, I'm pretty sure.
I would go if I thought there was only going to be 5 people there.
What about 6?
Do you think it'd be a point where if they only had like a few hundred people, would they cancel it?
Or they'll just add them to the other one.
They wouldn't do that.
No.
That one's already full.
But full is 15,000 people to add 15,600.
They would have to add another incentive. They would have to add another.
I think what's going to happen is that it's going to be, if they don't sell out, in the next couple of days, then it's going to be like the first one where there's going to be tickets available till the event, and then sell out at the event.
Right.
I'm sure there's going to be people. There's going to be people who are going to go anyway.
And then they'll offer to, if you're staying in one of the hotels, they'll let you go for free.
That could be a thing,
just to fill up space. That's what they did for. Remember when we were in Florida, babe? Mm-hmm. They had a special event. It was like $150 a ticket for Fantasyland or something. It was like some Tinkerbell, Peter Pan special event. They just made it up, basically. And nobody went, and they were letting everybody staying in the hotels go for free. My first thought was, like, how does that go over if you're like one of the people that bought the $150 ticket and everybody else went for free?
And you're staying at the hotel.
So anyways, as I said last week, you have your choice. You can pay $99 for a second thought Star Wars night on May 9th, or you can pay $69 and you can go to the recently added Jurassic Park 25th anniversary event on Sunday, May 13th. So make your choice and choose wisely, or don't go to anything. I don't care. I'm going to Jurassic Park on the 12th. All right, so we got a little bit of a superstar shakeup. No, wait, that's on wrestling. We got a little bit of a superhero shakeup at DCA going on.
Did the Hulk come in?
Oh, we could only dream.
Yeah, that would be really cool. They need to figure out a way to do the Hulk. Like a big Hulk.
If they can do Groot, they could do the Hulk.
I know, right? Exactly. So, now this says for a limited time, but, so we got a new lineup here. We got Black Panther and Black Widow. Apparently will be hanging out together.
Makes sense.
Along with, of course, the Black Panther will still have the Dora Milaje with her, or with him. But joining them will also be Black Widow. Now, I don't know where they're going to be. They're probably still going to be over there at by stage 27, I imagine.
17?
17.
Yes, I believe so.
Wait, I think you said 17 was the other one.
That's their 12.
Oh, 12. There is no 27. Okay.
It stands to reason that they'd be using the shield Jeep then.
Well, yeah,
together.
They probably are going to be now. But also using the shield Jeep will be Captain America, because it's still celebrating the first Avenger as he arrives on the Avengers vehicle to greet gathered citizens. So I don't know if his photo op is now going to be changing. Well, because we know that his photo op has changed,
yes,
because he now has a big giant shield that has been placed on the between the right there to the left of the Hyperion, right? Isn't that where it is? It's with the clouds.
Basically, no, I believe it's on the right side of the restrooms where they had the face painting.
Oh, okay. Because are you sure? Because unless they painted that wall, because I thought you could see behind the shield, which is now the new backdrop, is a giant Captain America shield. You could see clouds behind it.
Oh, maybe. But from what
so
I
I thought it was next to the Hyperion, but I could be wrong. I thought it was at the Endless Street painting. But he's going to look right now. But Spider-Man, of course, will probably be still over there in his spot there by the what originally was the Monsters U photo spot. Now, coming back and new... Well, no, coming back, Thor and Gamora.
Because now they're a couple.
Sure.
Of weirdos. Oh, so where is... Okay.
Lights back there?
Oh, okay.
Where is it
I saw
actually?
this. There's clouds. So where is that?
That's next to the restrooms, like I said.
Okay, I didn't know there was clouds there.
On the opposite side of the restrooms where the old, like, California Future mural used to be?
No.
Okay.
We're
You know what I'm talking about?
Hollywoodland.
Yeah, in Hollywoodland, where they used to have the outside of what was eventually Flynn's Arcade, there was a Future California mural when the park first opened.
On that side.
So if this is the entrance to the restrooms, it was on this side facing that way, and Flynn's would be here. This is on the opposite side.
I don't know what you're talking about. All I know, if you went to the restrooms, you look to the right, it's right there where they had the face painting and the back with that.
Where the Fast Pass machines used to be for
yes,
when Frozen first opened. Anyway, somewhere around there will be Thor and Gamora. It doesn't say anything about where they're going to be. And then also it says Loki will be walking around apparently by himself. He probably is going to be doing what he was doing before when he was with Thor, when he was just walking around. And then, of course, as was reported earlier, it mentions that Doctor Strange will be, of course, arriving later this summer.
Strangely.
So I think it said...
the guy with the time stone can't show up on time.
And this was posted on Friday, and it said beginning today. So as of last Friday, all of Black Panther, Black Widow, Captain America, Spider-Man, Thor, Gamora, and Loki should all be available in Hollywoodland to see somewhere.
Even though the guy with the time stone can't show up on time.
Well, the guy in the time stone is going to show up exactly when he means to show up.
Why don't you just dial it back a little bit?
Just like he will in the movie. Yeah, because he is the key to all of it.
You should just dial it back a little bit.
You dial it back.
All right, so you know who showed up today?
Showed up where?
At DCA.
Was it my Wrinkle in Time button?
No, but it was the abominable. Well, he's not abominable. He's what is he?
Adorable.
The adorable snowman frosted treats. It opened today, and that was basically surprised. We didn't even hear any announcement this was going to happen.
I assumed, and I thought we were under the impression that none of that stuff was going to be opening until the June 23rd opening date.
Right. Well,
people are walking that direction, and there's not anything going on down there, so they used to give them something to do.
I guess so, because there was a line today when that opened today. And, yeah, I guess Disney announced that it was open, and, of course, everyone flocked over there. The thing that's funny to me is the fact that everyone's over there in line for this, it's brand new, blah, 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 blah. I'm just like, big deal. I don't care about it. I mean, I will go up there and try it. I got the menu here. And if you guys checked our social medias, the
menu is really funny.
Yeah, you would see the post there.
Have you seen it?
No, not yet.
With all the new menu items and what they're having there. Some of it looks pretty cool. Something that I would love to try. And they have the cones and cups, and the first thing on this list says it's lemon. Now, if you've seen the movie, that's what he says. It's lemon, and it's a non-dairy lemon soft serve. So you know what that means?
I like lemon.
That means Dan can have it. It's non-dairy.
Oh, right.
So there you go, Dan. You can have some ice cream over there, soft serve lemon.
I like lemon. I like dairy lemon butter. There's a ice cream right now at Cold Stone, and it's the lemon cake. It's so good. She doesn't like it, but it was really good.
All right, so getting back to this, they also have it's chocolate and it's vanilla, and those are the cones or the ice cream that you get in the cones or the cup.
And that's the actual name is It's Chocolate and It's Vanilla, not It's Chocolate, It's Vanilla.
Right. Now, they said they have some specialties here. They have a Pixar Pier Frosty Parfait.
Ooh, parfait.
It says it's non-dairy lemon soft serve with blue raspberry swirl. I will definitely try that. That looks good to me. They also have It's Snow-Capped Lemon, which is also non-dairy. Lemon soft serve dipped in white chocolate.
That sounds good too.
It does sound good.
I don't know which one of the two sounds better.
And then they also have a root beer float and, of course, beverages. And
that better be a damn good root beer float for $5.45.
Exactly.
Probably the same one you can get in Woody's Boot for $17.50.
Or $5.49. For how much?
$17.50.
That's how much that costs?
The Woody's Boot, yes.
Rant number 4.
So you're paying like $12 then for the boot.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay.
So, yeah, it opened today, and that's pretty cool. And like I said, I mean, everyone's over there flocking over there like it's...
Hey, you forgot they got fountain drink.
I did say that. I said beverages.
Oh, okay.
KS fountain drink.
KS fountain drink.
So, yeah, it's all open, and, yeah, I will definitely try those. The blue raspberries looks really good to me. Yeah, Dan, you can go over there and try that out, and you won't have to worry about lactose. All right, so yeah, also opened up was Dumbo.
Dumbo, lady.
Dumbo is now open with brand new queue.
And Dumbo lady has not went yet.
Surprise.
It's pretty.
It's really, really colorful. I like it. It looks really nice.
It seems shady.
It's really, really shady over there. I guess now the queue also has numbered spaces, so just like Luigi's, it'll tell you what number you're going to go.
They tried that before. It didn't work.
Well, I think it'll work this time. I'm pretty sure they're like, this is how it's going to work. You're going to go this number, and that's it. And like I said, it tells you what elephant you're going to fly.
Well, it'll work if the way that the queue feeds you out will take you to where you're supposed to go.
Right. And like I said, like it's Luigi's. So in Luigi's, you're in line, and they ask you how many, and they tell you to go stand in this number.
Right.
This gate and whatever. So it's probably something like that.
The hard part, obviously, when you got stuff like that is you get the people that don't speak English, or they feign not speak English. It's the same people that I hear about all the time from certain cast members who work at Autopia, where when you tell them, when they point at the sign that says no bumping, they try to press the sign.
All right, so also opening soon is Pirates of the Caribbean.
I'm still bummed about this situation.
Oh, get over it already.
Gosh.
Enough of this crap. It's going to change. You need to get over it. Everybody else needs to get over it and quit complaining. So
The
that
Imagineers that changed it should have gotten over it the way it was.
Oh my gosh, we don't need to go through your crap again. Anyway, it is set to open on June 8th, and I believe that's a Friday. I don't know about soft openings only because I don't know if they would do a soft opening for this because it's,
probably not.
Since it's brand new, new thing. If they do any type of soft opening or anything on the day before, it'll be all press. Because it is a big deal, since everyone's making a big deal like Tim is about it. So maybe they'll do a press day on the Thursday. But as far as soft openings for guests, I doubt it. I don't know if they would ever, even do that. So, yeah. Anyway, that is set to open on June 8th. And, yeah, we can all go over there and check out the new scene.
We wants the empowered redhead.
We wants a time machine.
Why? So we can go back and make it so that women weren't oppressed when they were
oppressed.
By
pirates.
Yeah, by pirates.
I believe the pirates
throughout
oppressed
history.
everyone.
Well, everybody oppressed women throughout history, even now. So I mean, so why don't we go back in history and make men not be so stupid? You're a Pixar pal around.
Thank you.
What about me?
Really? So that's what they're going to call it? Yeah, so we got the announcement this week that, actually it was almost a week ago. I think it was like the day after we recorded the last podcast. We got the announcement that the Mickey's Fun Wheel will be changed its name to the Pixar Pal Around.
But
the Pixar Pal Around.
But the image
the
is
Pixar
still
Pal Around.
Is still of Mickey Mouse.
The Pixar Pal Around. No, the Mickey's Mouse isn't on there. It's already been changed. I think doesn't say Pixar Pier on there now.
No, that's the roller coaster.
Oh, that's the roller coaster.
Yeah.
That's the loop then. Okay.
I just know that in the...
I doubt Mickey's going to be on there by the time all is done then.
All I
Even
know
though
is that-
well, I don't know. They said that Mickey would be
No,
staying.
Mickey's staying. They
It
just
really doesn't make
changing
any sense for him to be on there though, and if they're changing the name to this stupid name. What do you think of the name? I mean, you're
I think
usually a
it's
little
stupid.
easier.
I
Okay,
think
so
it's
you,
stupid.
So you think it's stupid too.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
it's not
it's
just
dumb.
me.
But on
You're
the,
a pal around.
in the
Pal around.
Blue Sky Cellar,
Okay.
they have a preview of this Pixar Pier.
Right, which we forgot to mention before. We were going to mention it, but he didn't want to mention it until you got to go. I don't know if you still haven't gotten to
I
go
haven't been
yet.
to the park, no.
So, yeah, they have that Blue Sky Cellar. They have a model and a bunch of concept art. So, what you were saying?
Mickey's still on the front of the thing.
Right.
So, according to the plaids inside, that's what it's supposed to be.
Okay,
like.
so yeah, Mickey's going to be on it, but we got concept art of the gondolas, which are all going to have different Pixar characters, just like their heads on them.
With your heads.
There's one with Joy from Inside Out. There's one with Wall-E, Sadness from Inside Out. That other stupid droid from Wall-E, Evie. Is that what it's called? Evie?
Eva.
Oh, Eva. The Incredibles, Cars, whatever else. So, yeah, so they're going to do, I don't know. I don't understand why it even says here that will still include the iconic face of Mickey Mouse on the Paradise Bay side.
And why
So
bother
obviously
changing
they
it?
are, but the rumors are true that they are taking off the Mickey on the Catella side.
Oh, well, maybe.
They are, no, it's, yeah, so that's basically what they're saying. And then each of the 24 gondolas will feature different pairs of Pixar pals. So, like, the ones will be Joy and Sadness, and then Lightning McQueen and Mater, Miguel and Hector from Coco, and so on, blah, blah, blah. That's going to be a lot of, so if you have 24 pairs, then you got at least 12 different movies or whatever to represent.
Hopefully they release all those ears that they were holding back on.
I don't hold your breath, but so hey, pal around.
Pal around.
Yeah, the pal around.
Yeah.
Pal it around.
In the history of worst names that Disney can come up with, this is definitely in the top 5.
Well, Holiday World's up there too.
I don't know.
Holiday Landers.
This is really bad. It's really, really bad.
All right, well, speaking of pal around, there are going to be a lot of pals roaming around the parks on Friday and Saturday with Grad Nites.
Oh, yay.
Oh, yay. Grad Nites are here starting on Friday and Saturday. So, yeah, look out for that. Check out our social medias for all the dates. They will be posted there for the days you want to avoid. But the bad thing about that is, Friday, it's May the 4th, so you're going to have people there for the Star Wars so-called day. And then on the 5th, for Revenge of the 5th. So, I don't know. I don't know how that's...
And then the 6th, of course, is Sunday.
Well, that's Bats Day.
Well, I was just saying because every Sunday's been busy.
Oh, right. Exactly.
So far.
So, yeah, every Sunday has been busy, and now you have Bats Day that's on Sunday. And that's going to be another...
Hey, you forgot to mention Light versus Dark on Friday.
Right. I was going to get to that right now, too.
Oh, okay.
So,
right on.
Yeah, you got Light versus Dark that's on Friday. You have Grad Nites on Friday. You got Saturday Grad Nites. You have Sunday Bats Day. So,
wait, there's a Grad Night on Saturday?
Yes, Friday and Saturday.
Oh, that's weird. It's the only one, right?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Okay. I don't have time to check the calendar. But anyway, yeah. So this weekend's going to be busy. You've been warned. I would definitely stay away from Grad Night days. And we did talk about how they can actually go to both parks still this year. Some have been asking if it was only DCA. They do have the option of just buying the DCA park, but more than likely they didn't. Next year will only be DCA, I believe, since Star Wars Galaxy Edge will be opening. So they're not going to let them go to that. But yeah, stay away from Grad Nites. You've been warned.
Time for the mail.
All right, so our first email is from
Dan the Man.
Giselle the Gazelle.
Woo! I like her better.
Wow.
And her subject line is on time. She says, "What up, MousePIRE? Skipped work on Friday and went to Disneyland with my mom since she was visiting my grandma and my Thea and her kids. Man, it was busy. Maybe I've never noticed because we haven't been with my grandma in a while. She uses the electric scooters there. Getting around the park with people walking all over the place and not looking is so annoying. I needed more beignets just to calm me down and not cuss people out." All right. She says, Pixar threw up in that park and everyone is buying it.
Blech.
It was exciting. We actually watched the Pixar parade and my grandma liked it. We sat in the handicap section in front of Disney's showcase right across from Mr. Leakin, where the parade comes out of. I sat on the floor and drank my Starbucks and had plenty of space. That's cool. It was awesome to watch it not being bothered with people not standing up in front of me. I'm not a fan of daytime parades, but maybe I could be watching it like that. Hashtag Main Street Electrical Parade for Life.
Hashtag Giselle's right.
All right, she says, yeah, that Premier Pass will totally be worth it since my family is moving to Florida this summer. The problem was just the expiring so soon. And Tim, that lady told me I had to pay all $1,500, not just upgrade, and it expires in October.
She doesn't know what she's talking about. Giselle, the way that you can tell when a cast member's lying to you is if you look at them in their face and their mouth is moving. It's just a general hint that they're probably not telling you the truth. If you already have a pass, whether you're on payments or not, you can upgrade. If you're buying it new, you have to pay the whole thing. The trick there, like I said last week, though, is that if you have a pass, meaning that if you have one on payments, they don't make you pay all the payments off. At least they didn't before. If they are, that's something completely new. And it doesn't really make any sense either, does it, Elizabeth?
Yeah.
Why would they, if they've already got you paying for that pass on payments, what good would it be to not allow you to upgrade in cash? They're basically just saying no to money that's coming their way.
She says, so I'm making my parents get one for me and my two sisters. I'm not balling like that.
Oh, well, I mean, if you can get the parents to pay for it, hey, can I be related to you?
She says, talk to you next week. I emailed on time. P.S. Thanks, Anthony. we were on our way to Disneyland and the podcast was on in the car.
That's how you do it.
She says, it was right at the part where you were talking about pooping yourself. My grandma and my mom almost died. Hashtag shat myself. Oh my God, you guys.
We've got all the topics.
I didn't even know how much of that you had actually left in.
All of it.
Woo.
Oh my.
She says, PPS, Elizabeth sounds like a really nice lady I could love to be friends with. Love, G. Oh,
you're a lady.
She should be friends with her. Elizabeth
She's a Dumbo lady.
She needs more lady friends.
Hey, lady.
She needs more lady friends.
Thank you, Giselle.
Giselle, if you join our group on Facebook, Mouse Lovers 1313, you can send Elizabeth a message.
And you don't have to answer a question. Just say, I'm Giselle the Gazelle.
Yeah, and if you join the group and there's 3 questions, you can answer them because they're hilarious, or you could not and just say, I am Gazelle the Gazelle. Giselle the Gazelle.
There you go.
It's like spelled the same though, right? So pretty much.
Gazelle the Gazelle.
Yeah. Well, one's got Z's, the other one's not Z's. It's S, yeah. So just say that, and then she'll approve you, and it'll be all good.
All right. So our next email. Oh, first of all, thank you for your email, Giselle. Next email is from Dan the Mailman.
Uh-oh.
And I have an email here, but I guess Anthony has a revision or some added.
I have an add-on for whenever you're at the end.
Okay. So here we go. His subject line is, has anyone seen the Alien?
Nope.
He says, I mean the one from the movie, not the popcorn bucket.
Wow.
What's up, guys? Dad here. Busy life has meant no parks for me. I've been so busy that I wasn't able to be on my own podcast. How does that feel, Anthony? I didn't show up to record at all. You were there and just didn't say anything. I mean, you were
right.
Actually, as I write this, a bad case of allergies has taken my voice, so we will see how that goes. I see that the queue for Dumbo finally opened just in time for that not to be a must-ride for my kids. I essentially spent all of that time burning in the sun for all those years, and now they changed it? Shaking my head. Still decided to save my money and not do Star Wars Night Part 2.
Save it up.
He says, Friday is the big day, May the 4th. It's my birthday celebration at work, and by hook or by crook, I will be heading to the parks even though I may not have a voice. Hopefully, I will be able to catch the leftover of Light versus Dark. Otherwise, I would just catch Dark. But I will hopefully save my solo ticket in hand.
That's pretty good.
That was a good one. Okay.
He's referring to, I believe, the rumors going around that solo tickets will be going on sale on May the 4th.
Interesting.
Among other ridiculous rumors about May the 4th.
All right, he says, I don't know how much you are willing to talk about, but Infinity War left me with feelings.
Oh my.
But mostly they were WTF. It's over. Can't wait to hear what you guys think when you actually see it.
We've all seen it.
Yep.
He says, I hope Tim enjoyed his 65th birthday last week. Hopefully see you guys this weekend, Dad out.
Yes. As Dan knows, I turn 172.
Man, when did you get to be older than my mom?
I thought I showed up at 4 p.m., but actually it was 9:55. And then we go.
There you go.
Just waiting for Dan to come over for our Snuggle Fest.
Whoa.
Whoa. Hey now.
Bye.
Bye.
You're a rock star. Get your game on. What? Hey.
Oh, so was that the end?
That's the end.
Okay, so just to add on to Dan's email, he messaged me, and last week he was talking about the Record Store Day exclusive Porg Last Jedi sampler, which just comes with 2 songs on the A side. It has The Rebellion is Reborn, and on the B side, which I will play a sampling from his actual record that he played on his record player, he made the note to say, it might be time for a new turntable, but the sound isn't bad.
Chicka fresh.
But just a warning that this song has previously gotten us banned on, not banned, but has gotten us in trouble on YouTube. Hey, I think that turntable needs a tune-up. Yeah, of course, that was the track Canto Bite, which famously in our Last Jedi spoilerific review show got us removed from YouTube.
And if it happens again, it's Dan's fault.
Yes.
You know, next week we should play. I have a house music remix of The Haunted Mansion.
That's okay.
That my friend George O'Connor made.
Or you can just go head up.
Yeah, go
Michael the Mail guy.
Give it to Michael. I'm sure he'd be happy to use it.
He probably already has
his
it.
remixes.
He already has that.
Probably.
He probably took it off one of my videos and stole it. We have a video where we're driving around in Ohio playing the song, and we played it.
He probably already got banned from Facebook because of it.
All right. Well, thank you for your email, Dan the Man. Appreciate that.
Do we get a live email from Miss Elizabeth here? She's here. She's with us. Do we get a live email? What would you like to talk about? You can discuss anything you want.
Live from Kim.
Kim Possible.
Live from Tim's Dining Room Table is Elizabeth with a live reading in her pajamas.
You'll shoot your eye out. You'll shoot your eye out. Those are the pajamas I'm wearing.
Oh, so they are.
It's A Christmas Story, one of my favorites. As many of you may know, my favorite attraction is Dumbo. I haven't ridden the ride yet since the new remodel.
But we were there on the very last day. Which I was really sad and I was crying. But I want to know what your favorite attraction is, both in DCA or Disneyland. So send an email for next week's episode telling me what your favorite attraction is. Do that. Do we answer now? Diggy?
I'm eating chips.
Diggy chips?
What's your favorite attraction?
My favorite attraction, as Elizabeth full knows, is Big Thunder Mountain.
Woohoo!
You got to sit in the back row. There's no other place to sit. And then when you go up the lift hill, you put your hands wet and you wipe it on whoever's sitting in front of you,
Ew.
even if you don't know them.
Yes,
she's shaking your head like, yeah, that's part of the ride.
Okay.
Who else thinks, and I'll let you tell your favorite attractions, but who else thinks that the added parts of the attractions are really part of them? For instance, the Haunted Mansion, the cast member does the spiel, the ladies and gentlemen, boys and ghouls, for the best view of our priceless portraits above, kindly drag your bodies into the very dead center of the room. There's a couple versions, but that's the one that I like the best. Anyway, that and the screaming when the lights go out, I feel like those things are part of the attraction. They're meant to be experienced with. She yells at me every time when I scream on Haunted Mansion, but when no one else screams, I feel like somebody's meant to do it. Same thing with Thunder. There's some parts of Thunder, you know, for the chanting for the goat.
Thundercats.
Oh! Yeah. Chanting for the goat, for instance. Maybe that wasn't meant as part of the original attraction, but I think it's meant. I think it's part of it now.
I don't know about chanting for the goat, but we hail.
Say goat, 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 bear.
We always said hail Billy.
Oh, okay, that's good too.
So Anthony,
and we bow down.
So what's your favorite attraction then, Anthony?
Oh yeah, Haunted Mansion.
Mansion.
It's always kind of a toss-up. Haunted Mansion and Pirates are both equal.
I know that
Haunted Mansion is thebomb.com.
I've skipped Pirates a bunch of times, knowing that on any busy day, which is most busy days now, the ride is in excess of 22 minutes. Sometimes even longer if the boats are packed where they're not pulling them off and they're literally one to the next through more than half of it. I mean, the ride could be 20 minutes, 28, 30 minutes long. So sometimes we skip it just based on that. But what about you, boss?
I like Space Mountain.
Space is an always good one.
Yep.
How about the variations of Space?
I liked Rock and Roller Coaster. Or not, what was it called?
Rockin' the Aerosmith one?
Yeah. No. What was it called? With the Chili Peppers?
Yeah, the Chili Peppers version. That's obscure.
What was it called? What did they call it?
It's not that obscure. How's it obscure when it was only like 8 years ago?
It didn't happen for very long.
It didn't, because I actually never saw that version. And to me, Space Mountain's always going to be Dick Dale.
Oh, yeah. There you go. That's cool. I like Chili Peppers because it was something that you knew, a song that you know.
But yeah, I never saw the Chili Pepper one, so I have no opinion on that one. That's why, to me, I always think, even when I'm on the ride, the Dick Dale music is in my head.
Dick Dale is the
first one that has
the one
music.
that sounds like Batman, the original Batman theme song, right? You go up the hill and then it goes doof, doof,
yes.
Yeah, it sounds like the original Batman theme song. It does, though. It was.
I could see where he's getting that from.
Yeah.
I love that version. Sometimes I will listen to that on my headphones instead of the actual music. The problem with that version is that the music didn't work consistently, and you had to know exactly where to sit and what rocket to sit in. And
I never had a problem.
I don't know if Diggs can back me up on this. You could tell if the music was working because there was a little light in between the first three and the second three seats.
I don't know.
And there was this light on the back of the rocket, and if the light was on, the music would be working. And if the light was off, you had to tell the people behind you that they could go ahead. So we got pretty good at, we only got in trouble a couple times with telling people they could go ahead of us. Or the group's not big enough, and then you don't want to, then you're like, oh, well, let me skip back a couple. I loved that version. The new or current Space Mountain actual music is it's actually drum and bass, which Elizabeth and I are both fans of. But yeah.
Yes, that music is actually composed by Michael Giacchino.
The current music.
Yes, the current music was composed by Michael Giacchino.
Is he a known drum and bass producer?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, he's only one of the most known composers right now.
Oh, what else has he done?
Have you not listened to this podcast?
You never listen to the podcast.
Just tell me.
Where are you normally in the podcast?
What else has he done?
Like almost all the Pixar movies, all of the new Star Trek movies.
It's interesting that he would choose a drum and bass song for the attraction, and I haven't heard anything else like that from him, but that's cool. I'll have to look him up. You can show me some stuff.
Or you can look it up.
Yeah.
Also Tomorrowland. He did the music for Tomorrowland,
which was good.
So anyways, guys.
That's
Send an email. Tell me what your favorite attraction is.
As she scarfs down oranges.
I'm interested to know.
Yeah, send us an email, and if you have any comments, questions, or your own tip of the week, and let us know your favorite ride attraction over at Disneyland and DCA. All you have to do is email us.
MousePIRE@gmail.com.
Or send a message to the MousePIRE page.
Or direct message Tim on any social media.
I'll take a screenshot and I'll send it to the MousePIRE page. And also, guys, I know I mentioned it again. I'm mentioning it several times. I'd like the thing not to be a bust. It sounds like not next week, but either the week after or the week after that. In the next 3 weeks, we'll be doing a Disney's Strangest Memories show. Hopefully we can get Dan to come join us. Maybe we'll record early or something. Maybe even Michael can come down and he can mumble his way through a strange memory of sorts. It'd be great. Maybe even Francisco? Xavier? Hubbard? No, that's not his name.
Fernando
Xavier Hubbard.
What did you say?
I don't know why I'm you know, if you haven't noticed, I'm very tired over here. Fernando Xavier Hubbard. That was just earlier. Fernando Xavier Hubbard coming. Maybe we can prompt this guy to come visit with us or something. You never know. Maybe we can even get like another listener to come by that you approve of.
I don't approve of any of my listeners.
Not even Giselle the Gazelle?
It was a joke.
Okay.
Tim doesn't know how to take jokes very well.
Sometimes.
All the
Anyway,
time.
your Disney's strangest, weirdest memories, strange, weird things that have happened to you at the theme parks, weird experiences, weird people you've met, weird confrontations with people praying for your knee in a store. Suffice it to say, the knee did not get better as we walked to the car. I don't know why not. She was really into it. That's all.
That had to have been all the thoughts and prayers too.
It was all they had.
You
That's
know
sure.
why your knee didn't get better? They didn't have any pixie dust.
They needed some pixie dust.
Do you have a special occasion coming up? Looking to personalize your trip with a keepsake? Create customized buttons for birthdays, engagements, family vacations, even bridal parties, or just because. Check out buttonsbydiggs.com today. Buttons by Diggs, Buttons by Diggs. Remember, those are buttons, not pins.
So that's about all we got?
That's all we have for this episode of the MousePIRE Podcast.
Bye.
Not yet. Not yet.
We're not saying goodbye?
We're not yet. We're almost there.
We're going to recap.
We're going to recap.
It's the recap of the week.
We're going to recap with Anthony's green hat. Or is it green cap?
Anthony wears the same green golf cap only while recording the podcast, right? You don't wear this hat any other time?
It's his lucky podcast hat.
St. Patrick's Day, maybe, and that's it? Do you wear it like when it's your lucky hat? Do you wear it any other time, like when your team is in a playoff game or something?
No, because this has nothing to do with the team.
It's a golf hat.
Yeah, because there's no
It's
team.
an individual
there's no
sport.
team in golf.
Right.
Well, there is, but
We're not getting testicle here.
We're not getting testicles here?
No.
No, we're not talking about Ryder.
You're not Ursula in the old Phantasmic?
We're talking about the Ryder Cup.
She did what at her cup?
Whoa, wait now.
All right, so yeah, hey, go over and have some frozen treats from the snowman.
Mm-hmm. And if they're not open, just get a Dole Whip like everybody else.
I actually do want to try that one with the blue raspberry. It looks really good. We just saw a picture of it a little bit ago.
I want to try the lemon. I like lemon.
Yummy. Well, you get the lemon in that anyway, so why not get lemon and blue raspberry?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So that looks mighty tasty. And yeah, go over there and check out Dumbo. Dumbo's back, and you can go and check out the new queue, and stay in the shade.
Staying in the shade. We only ride Dumbo at night pretty much, right, babe? Yeah, we're a nighttime Dumbo crowd. You know, when you got to wait like maybe 2 or 3 revolutions. And
Revolutions?
Revolutions.
I remember that ride.
It still exists.
I know. And like we said, Pirates of the Caribbean will open on June 8th. And check that out. Then stay away from Grad Nites. Grad Nites are coming. The Grad Nites are coming. That starts on Friday, and there'll be one on Saturday. Check out our MousePIRE social medias, and we'll be posting up those dates so you can know when to avoid the park.
They are hard to avoid, though.
At all costs. Well, it's easy when you go on a day they're not there. So,
well, they're doing them on some Fridays and Saturdays, which are harder to avoid.
Well, that's if you decide to go those days. Yeah, and don't forget also on Friday is Light versus Dark. Go check out that event with Michael, the OG mail guy.
During Grad Night.
Exactly. If you want all the information on that, head over to his One Big Disney Family Entertainment Facebook page, or you can head over to our Facebook page where I posted the link for that, and you can get the schedule of what's going on. They'll have the parade of lightsabers. They'll have they'll be doing the pictures, the light side and dark side pictures over at the launch bay. So that'd be pretty cool. Check that out. So head over there, check out all the information, and you know where to meet at what times. And don't forget, also on Sunday is Bats Day. So we had a lot of gothic bats running around, and it will be the last Bats Day ever. So you can go check that out on Sunday. And if you want information on that, go over to batsday.net. And other than that, I will be in the parks on Thursday for the Star Wars night. That's going to be pretty cool. I'm excited. I got some pictures of some lighting that they just installed for the event. And it looks pretty cool. So I can't wait to see how it's all lit up at night over in Tomorrowland.
What time are you going?
I'm going to go sometime in the afternoon. I'm not sure yet. Maybe get there about 2 o'clock or something.
Okay. We might be there. We have to go Thursday, so I'm not sure what time we're going to be going.
And don't forget, if you want to go to Star Wars Night Part Duh, tickets are on sale now. Still have some as of today, Tuesday. Head over to Disneyland.com. Tickets, blah, 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 whatever. What is it called? Events. You check out the events and you go check that out, whatever. Get your tickets for the Star Wars Night Part Duh.
Of course, find out all of the information that we have been sharing and more on the social medias. Of course, MousePIRE on Facebook, at MousePIRE on Twitters and the Instagram. I am, of course, on Twitter. I am at Dubacks4Life. That's Dubacks, the number 4, life.
And if you want to find me, you first have to know who I am. And no one's going to tell you.
Who are you?
Kidding. Exactly. Tim Fresh One on Facebook, hyphen between the fresh and the one. You can find our group, Mouse Lovers 1313, or if you don't live local, need something picked up from the parks, you can ask this lady over here.
I'm Elizabeth at Disney Girls 25 on Instagram or Facebook, Elizabeth Velasco.
Just find her in our group, Mouse Lovers 1313. And then this guy over here, who are you?
I am Diggs, and you can find me on Instagram at Baloo1313. Also, follow Buttons by Diggs on Instagram. There you will see when your button order's going out.
Buttons, not pins.
Head over to dgpclothing.com and get your MousePIRE gear. You got some hoodies, got some shirts, stickers. Yes, there you go. So head over there, dgpclothing.com. That's D as in Donald, G as in Goofy, P as in Pluto, clothing.com.
Gear, not pins.
And also help support the podcast. Head over to patreon.com/MousePIRE. Any amount will do. And check us out on YouTube. You can listen to the podcast there. Just search MousePIRE Podcast on YouTube or just hit the link above on our Facebook page. And you can always see what's going on with the new content that's going up. I actually got a couple some new ideas I'm going to do and talk to Tim the Tech about. Just to be more entertained while you're watching or listening to the podcast on YouTube. I got some ideas.
Whoa.
Yes. I actually have ideas.
And until next time, remember, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Infinity War was definitely not a bust. So for Katy Perry, Pat Benatar, and Dr. Chris Turk, I'm Anthony.
I'm Tim.
I'm Elizabeth.
I'm Diggs. Bye.
Page turners, they were not.
I've seen your daily routine. You're not busy.
This podcast is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. Audio, sound bites, and other clips are property of their copyright holders. All original stuff is ours and property of MousePIRE.com.
Seems pretty quiet over here.
Gouda. It's Gouda.
Hold on. That's not... No, stop it.
Tim, you're a dick.
Wow.
She knows what I like.
He likes
Do
dick.
I ever? In fact, because you know I always give you the right stuff.
No.
Whoa.
You got the right stuff, baby. Don't believe you, why turn me on. The right stuff.
Oh my, okay.
Thank you.
All that I wanted was you
Whoa.
in my world.
Whoa.
It's so right. That's dialing it up to 11.
I like to dial it back to 11.
From?
Whatever I feel like it, man.
The first time was a sweet time, the second time was a blast, third time I fell in love, now it's funky last. I can see it when you walk, tell it when you talk, see it in your face, the moon in you when you walk, you got the right stuff, the baby.
The baby.
To see if I sing the song.
Please tell me you're recording. Okay, just checking.
Hey, everyone. Anthony likes male strippers. Let's hear what he's got to say.
That escalated.